Hello, everybody. I'm using actually a different microphone today, so I hope everybody hears me. If you don't, raise your little hand down there. So I have I think about 50 people signed up, so I'm excited. I'm glad that you guys are doing the exercises. That's really great. And today we're actually going to add a little nuance to the sinuses so that you can modify the Chi Awakening exercise to include this as well. Okay, so I'm really happy to see that people from all over the US, and I actually have people from around the world that are attending this. I have people from Spain, El Salvador, people from Germany, and several people from Australia as well. And this is actually a shout out to Xiaoling, who is in Australia. And you've been sharing my posts and my healing on social media to all the folks down there, and I appreciate it, especially because it's 5 a.m. your time, so you're pretty dedicated. So thank you so much. We're all here because we have either seen the benefits of this healing or at least are interested in my self-empowerment work. So I do really hope that each of you will be a part of my mission, as you know, is to connect to your innate power and to heal from within, which really is aiming to change the way we approach health, each one of us collectively, to regain control over our own health. And I think most people who know me is that I really like to have self-control. I don't like to be indebted or to rely on other people. So all my work is to how to teach you to be in more control over your health and out of the grips of the pharmaceutical companies. I'm not saying anything bad about Western drugs because they are important and necessary, but they should never, ever replace the powerful medicine that's inside of us. We want that to always be the first and foremost to rely on. And then when we need help, we escalate it up. So in light of the allergy season, I wanted to show how to open up your sinuses so that you can help people who are allergy sufferers, and obviously, and also people with asthma, because a lot of asthmatics also have a lot of respiratory allergies, and this is a pretty tough time of the year for asthma sufferers. And then also if you obviously have any upper respiratory issues. I actually have a client, her name is Sonia, who is here tonight. She's actually a well-known brow expert, brows right here, from Sonia Brow Bar in New York City. She's truly amazing and gifted. She works with a lot of celebrities and shapes mine and all my girls' eyebrows. Anyway, she has asthma and has a lot of respiratory allergies. Her husband and son had COVID, and to protect herself, she actually left them for several weeks, which was super smart. But when she came back to be with them again, she, of course, had a lot of concerns and doubts, and then she started feeling wheezy, and she was getting chest tightness, and she was getting the ticklish in the throat, and her heart was racing. She was getting a lot of confusing, symptoms. Is it my asthma? Is it just my, my stress? Or is it COVID? And she couldn't tell, which I totally get. It's very confusing. So she joined my COVID protocol, and we did a telehealing, and she started doing my Qigong exercises, and then went on the preventative herbs, which is really just part of my whole protocol. She felt so much better, and for her, mostly about it physically and mentally better. And she could really feel at that point that she didn't have COVID, and she was able to calm down. And so far, I last checked on her, she said she's doing really well. So for somebody like her, keeping up her immune system up is really paramount to preventing this virus. And if you should get the virus, it'll also keep it above so that you can heal it without hopefully any major, symptoms. So here's where the West really doesn't have anything to offer in this department, which is why this type of energy work for me is so important on a regular basis. So I want to address a part of the Chi Awakening routine where we massage our face. So for people who are not familiar with this routine, I'm just going to show you Hold on, let me just find out where it is. And I'm going to share the screen with you. Okay, here it is. Okay, so for those of you who don't know where it is, here it is. It's on my YouTube page, right? And the YouTube page is Telehealing. And my lovely daughter Izzy created a playlist called Qigong Meditations and Exercises. And here they all are. I have 3 standalone exercises. And then as always, because I love to speak, I like to give you guys a tutorial about the exercises, and I separated them out. So the one that I'm going to show you one part of that exercise, which is the virus protection Qi awakening routine, where we're going to just elaborate a little bit on the very beginning of that routine, where I'm going to show you, right, where we, actually we can do it together, right? The very beginning of the routine. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. You know, before I do that, I'm going to share the screen again, because I want to show you where your sinuses are. I know most of you probably know, but let's just take a look at it again. Here we go. Here is, oh, okay, I'm going to move me right there. Okay, so if you look at the sinuses, right, here's your paranasal sinuses. This is the frontal, right? All along the bridge of your nose, underneath your, inside of your cheeks a little bit right here. And then if you look on the side, you've got your sinuses right here on the side, almost near your temples, right? And then underneath your cheek. So it's really all along here and then a little bit on your side. So this is a perfect place that we can massage during that beginning Qi awakening routine, right? So in the Qi awakening routine, the first thing that we do is we rub our hands. We really, like we're trying to start a fire, right? We want to get it nice and warm, right? Doing this. And then what I want to do is I want to rub my hands just like this, up inside my nose, come around, and then go around. Now I'm hitting my side sinuses, and then I can, again, and now when I come around, I'm going and hitting the front sinuses, and I'm going up, which is why I just did it in my nose completely clear. I can come down, I go up, down. So you should feel some clearness, right, coming out of this after you're done. And if you don't, that you're not doing something right, right? So we want a little, we don't want to go crazy, but a little bit of pressure. And that is opening up all our sinuses here, up and around, and all down here. So it's really, really great and you can just continue doing the routine and just modify it a little bit. And then sometimes if I feel like, oh, I'm a little bit sore here, I'll just spend an extra second before I come down. So that's what I want to talk about. And in there. And oh, one other thing I wanted to make sure that when you do this, what you don't want to do is you don't want to rub over your eyebrows. And I'll tell you why. Sonia, actually, this is very appropriate because Sonia, who's the brow lady, she told me something when I first met her. She said, never ever put any cream on lotion on my brow, because she was seeing that I had some sparse areas because they clog the follicles. And I said, well, I'm 56. This is, actually it was probably 54 at the time. And I said, it's probably long gone. She said, no, just stop doing that and your eyebrows will start to grow back. And she is right. So when I was doing this routine and I would rub over my eyebrows, not only was I clogging the follicles with the oils in my hand, but I was also rubbing off the brow. So thank you, Sonia, for making me completely aware of that. So do not rub the eyebrows. You can, and the sinuses aren't there anyway. You're going up and across like that. Okay, so I just want to raise a hand for everybody who has not done a telehealing with me. I just want to see how many people out there are new, have not. Just want to see how many people there are that have not done it with me. Okay, so far it looks like about okay, not that many, under 10 or so. Okay, great. So I apologize in advance for repeating myself because now I'm recording it, which is great, so that for all the people who have not done this, they can watch this part of the video so that they understand how to maximize this telehealing. And probably for people who have heard it, sometimes it's nice to hear it again anyway. So the best way to receive the maximum benefit of this telehealing energy work with me is just to let it in. I'm going to guide your body into a meditative state, and then I direct the universal energy into your body, and then I simply just let the chi do its work, which is why Sinuses said, wow, you know, I mostly felt it in my face and jaw, surprisingly, even though last week we were doing breast health. So we're going to just understand that the chi really knows what to do. Our body knows what to do with this energy, and we're just going to allow it to happen. And the best way we can do that is to not think or visualize, because I don't want the conscious mind to be at play here. All we want to do is allow the body to feel and open up that body. So when we do that, and you know, I'll always start off the meditation healing by having you inhale through the nose. And then what we're doing is we're bringing that breath into the lower dantian, which is right here, just a little bit below your belly button, right? So we're inhaling through the nose and bringing it down into our lower dantian. And then on the exhale, what we're doing is allowing that energy now that we've brought in to spread throughout the body, going into the organs, into the bones, into the cells of the body, and still obviously allowing some of the breath out. But we really want to take that breath that we brought in, that great energy, to now spread. So inhale brings the energy in, and exhale opens our body and relaxes us and spreads the chi. So if you think of me as the conductor, I'm just helping you to align your body, kind of like setting your antenna. And then I conduct the chi, and then we let the chi do what it already knows. So it's just like an orchestra, right? You have the conductor that directs, but it's the musician that plays. And it's in your subconscious and unconscious mind that I'm working with. And the best analogy that I have is we're going to allow the energy to come in, but we don't want the conscious mind to interfere. And it's just like with the sun, right? The sun emits incredible energy, but we can choose how much we let it in consciously by either putting on a hat, some sunscreen, parasol, extra clothing, or we can choose to stay indoors. So you can also choose how much of this chi you're going to allow in to heal you. So chi's there, it's coming in. You just decide how much. And what I have found, the best way for you to do this is to zone out. You just want to zone out, bring your awareness to your breath, feel the sensations that are going on in your body, allow it to be open. And if you fall asleep during the healing, that's even better. The energy can really now get in there deep without your conscious mind blocking it. So the chi does not need your mind to direct it. I'm the conductor and I'm directing it, and I'm going to guide it in to your amazingly intelligent body.